Hey everybody, what's going on? I wanted to make a video today about what life is like after boot camp. Because I remember when before I joined, I was watching videos on YouTube, trying to research as much as I could, and all I could find was a lot of negative stuff that didn't turn out to be true, and also um, there wasn't anything after boot camp. There was just people talking about boot camp and all the different days, stuff like that. So I wanted to make a video about my experience so far in the Navy. Want to try to, hopefully I can help some people that are looking for some advice or have questions. So I've been in 2.5 years. I made E4 um, 5 months ago. I have been on a 9-month deployment. That was fun. I went to A school, went to C school, and I'm attached to a squadron. So I live on a ship all the time. I go on a ship when my squadron has to. So when the ship goes on deployment, our squadron's helicopters go on the ship to protect it, and we obviously go with the helicopters. So, yeah, life after boot camp. It's pretty good actually. It's not that bad once you get past all the, um, everybody being all strict, and that's because they're still trying to teach you military bearing, how to, address people, how to, talk to superiors, stuff like that. So after boot camp, when you go to A school, it's a little more relaxed in boot camp. You're gonna have, internet. You're gonna have a lot more freedom. It's pretty much kind of like it's like college, kind of. You go to school. You're gonna go to your classes and stuff during the day. The only difference is you're gonna have duty. Stand a watch. Probably once every 4 or 5 days. So yeah, A school. It's gonna be still a little strict. Uh, Not as bad as boot camp. You're gonna have a lot more freedom. Um, Depending on where you go, I went to Pensacola. A lot of people go to Pensacola, so I know there's a bar there. There's a big Nex, a big store. You can buy a lot of stuff. So yeah, after A school, if you have to, you go to C school. C school is even more relaxed than A school. Uh, you don't really have to call anybody, petty officer. You can call them by their last name. You can call them, if they're a first class or a second class, you can call them AM2, AT2, whatever rate they are. So that's a lot more relaxed. And C school, for me, I had like 5 hour days, and then I was done. Or I went to class for 4 or 5 hours for 3 months. So uh, that was a good vacation for me. C school. So yeah, C school is very relaxed. It's just like you won't even think you're in the Navy. It's just like a civilian job, pretty much. Besides having duty, every 4 days, or however your duty sections are. So yeah, C school. After C school, or after A school, if you don't have a C school, you'll go to um, your first squadron or ship, or your first duty station, whatever you want to call it. So, yeah, I went to my squadron. Um, you get checked in. Then you start. Eventually, after a couple weeks, you start doing your job. Start getting your qualifications. Maybe they might fly you right out. If your squadron's on deployment, they might fly you right out on deployment right after school. If you're attached to a ship, right after school, you're going to go straight to the ship. So, um, yeah, it definitely, don't judge the Navy by boot camp. and don't judge it by schools, because it gets, once you get out to the fleet, I'm sure you hear that a lot. It's actually, you meet a lot of cool people. I have, and it's pretty relaxed, very relaxed, just like a civilian job, pretty much. When you're not in deployment, like right now, I go to work 6, get off at 3:30, 4, and then after that, Monday through Friday, weekends off. Um, so yeah, it's not that bad. Don't judge it by boot camp. Don't judge it by a lot of the negative videos you see. If I had any advice for boot camp wise, try to get in the best shape as possible. You don't have to be in amazing shape. Just, be able to do mountain climbers, 8 counts, a decent amount of push-ups, and sit-ups. But yeah, and also boot camp is a lot more mental. I was in pretty good shape, and mentally, I wasn't prepared mentally for it, because I was pretty kind of spoiled growing up. So yeah, that was kind of a shock. Yeah, once you get past the first 2 weeks, just one day at a time. Don't think about, oh, I'm not gonna be able to do this for 8 weeks. Just 1 week at a time, 1 day at a time, 1 hour at a time, whatever gets you by. But definitely don't quit. Do not be a quitter. So yeah. So I just wanted to give some advice on what it's like after boot camp, a more positive video. I don't know if I'm gonna re-enlist. I might. If I make second class, I might re-enlist. We'll see what happens. But yeah, thanks for watching.